Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 Diane Lane movies. Now, if you're a fan of Diane Lane like I am, then you know that she has had an amazing career in Hollywood. From her breakout role in A Little Romance, to her more recent work in Secretariat and Trumbo, she has proven time and time again that she is a force to be reckoned with in the industry. So, without further ado, let's dive into the top 10 Diane Lane movies of all time. Starting off our list at number 10 is The Cotton Club, based on a book of the same name by James Haskins. The Cotton Club is a 1984 crime drama film that centers on a jazz club in 1930s Harlem. The narrative of the movie follows a group of musicians and performers as they build a career by performing in the underground. Lane plays the part of Vera Cicero, who is not only the girlfriend of a crime kingpin, Dutch Schultz, but also catches the eye of a musician named Dixie. Not only does the actress look absolutely stunning, but her performance in the movie is also spectacular. Vera needs Schultz's help to survive within the underground, but one glance at her, and it's not hard to figure out that her heart belongs to Dixie.
Why not come inside?
You don't belong to me.
Coming in at number 9 is Streets of Fire. Streets of Fire was one of the first films that cemented Diane Lane's name as a star in the entertainment industry. Directed by Walter Hills, Streets of Fire is a 1984 American neo-noir rock musical. The musical follows Ellen Aim, portrayed by Lane, who is a rock and roll singer and is kidnapped by a nefarious biker. Rock and Roll Fable is packed with explosive action, which at times becomes a bit too showy with over-the-top brawls, but has a memorable neon set and an excellent performance by the cast. When commenting on Lane's role, Hill had said that he wanted her to be the rock and roll version of Helen of Troy. Hill wanted a star, and Lane gave him a star. When standing on stage with her scarlet dress and black go-go boots, Lane's Ellen Aim is able to not only move the fiction audience to her beat, but also the real audience.
Stay and see the show, it's really good.
I want Tom Cody.
Moving on to number 8, we have Secretariat. Based on the uplifting true story, Disney's Secretariat stars Lane as Penny Chinnery Tweedy, the owner of the titular Triple Crown winning racehorse, who went on to become one of the greatest competitors of all time. A massive crowd pleaser, the film celebrates how Penny navigated and ultimately triumphed in the male-dominated world of horse racing in the 1970s. As one of the best racehorse films with broad appeal for the whole family to enjoy, the massive odds Penny overcomes to lead Secretariat to become the first Triple Crown winner in 25 years is a rousingly satisfying experience. While some have groused the story is more about Penny than Secretariat, it's the unbreakable bond between the two that makes the story so profound.
You're a housewife.
I feel like I could make something work.
Moving on to number 7, we have A Little Romance. Directed by George Roy Hill, A Little Romance, as the name indicates, is a 1979 American romantic comedy. It is also Diane Lane's debut film. The story follows a French boy and an American girl who meet in Paris and then fall in love. The two hope to seal their love forever by kissing beneath the Bridge of Sighs at sunset. Lane's portrayal of 13-year-old Lauren is exactly how you would imagine a teen, or tween, to be when in love. Through her performance in the film, Lane shows the audience that not only is she a natural actress, but a captivating one at that. It's rather interesting to see the young couple trying to act like adults, but it's not hard to say that they're still kids trying to make the most of the time.
Fabulous! Yeah? Formidable!
At number 6, we have The Outsiders. Lane gives an iconic performance as Cherry Valance in Francis Ford Coppola's The Outsiders, the popular member of the Sox, rich kids from the right side of the tracks. Despite their disparate backgrounds, Cherry forms a tender sympathetic bond with Ponyboy, C. Thomas Howell, a greaser from the poor part of town. As the greasers and Sox prepare for an all-out brawl, it's Cherry who becomes the de facto referee caught in the middle of the action, having her loyalties torn between her inherent upbringing and her true feelings for Ponyboy and his brothers. Lane gives a preciously soulful turn in the film, leading to Coppola casting her 3 more times.
The South Side Source. Well, I'll tell you something, Ponyboy, and it might come as a surprise, but things are rough all over.
Moving on to number 5, we have Rumblefish. Also based on the acclaimed S.E. Hinton novel, Rumblefish is Francis Ford Coppola's companion piece to The Outsiders. Released the same year and starring many of the same actors, Lane plays Patty, the manipulated girlfriend of protagonist Rusty James, Matt Dillon. Less substantial than her work as Cherry Valance, Rumblefish is more about the complicated kinship between James and his older brother, Motorcycle Boy, Mickey Rourke, who James wants to be like but also be independent of, as creates his own adult identity. Still, Lane always classes up any movie she's a part of, and Rumblefish is no exception.
You guys aren't supposed to do that in front of me.
Donna, go to your room. Now.
Moving on to number 4, we have Trumbo. Lane played another real-life historical figure in Trumbo, portraying the acclaimed Hollywood writer's wife Cleo Fincher Trumbo. The movie intros Dalton Trumbo's, Bryan Cranston, time on the Hollywood blacklist, where he was boycotted after being named by WAC for his communist beliefs. While the film mainly focuses on Trumbo's circumnavigation of the strictures put in place, his relationship with Cleo underscores the personal price and emotional strain such a public event had on their family. Still, Cleo remained by Dalton's side until his death in 1976.
Of course, you realize this means war.
Behold,
I had a very unusual mother.
translation stage mother.
Coming in at number 3, we have A Walk on the Moon. Directed by Tony Goldwyn, A Walk on the Moon is a 1999 drama film that is set around the 1969 Woodstock Festival and the United States moon landing. The movie follows Pearl Kantrowitz, portrayed by Lane, a young mother who starts an affair after feeling lonely, with her husband being absent most of the time. Lane does a spectacular job in the movie, so much so that she got her first Independent Spirit Award nomination for Best Actress. The actress does an amazing job at capturing the dilemma of a woman who was married too young. Through Lane's performance, the audience can clearly see that Pearl loves her family, but also craves freedom from her marital relationship.
It's a tie-dye.
No one will buy these.
They will if they see you in one.
Now, prepare for number 2, Under the Tuscan Sun. Based on Frances May's 1996 memoir of the same name, Under the Tuscan Sun is a romantic comedy drama that follows a divorced writer who buys a villa in Tuscan on a whim. Lane portrays Frances, who on the surface seems calm and sunny, but is resigned as she feels like she may never be able to finish her book. Under the Tuscan Sun is all about being patient, courageous, and resilient after dealing with heartache. Lane, through her performance, is able to remind the audience to embrace the unknown and to always have faith in themselves. With her performance, the actress is able to bring emotional nuances to the film. She even got a Global Globe nomination for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Comedy or Musical for her performance in the movie.
Are you going to buy it?
The way my life has been going, that'd be a terrible idea.
And finally, number 1 is Unfaithful. If one were to name a single best performance by Diane Lane, it would no doubt be her performance in Unfaithful. Unfaithful is an erotic thriller film that tells the story of a couple whose marriage goes askew when the wife starts an affair with a stranger she encounters. Lane does a phenomenal job at portraying the wife, Connie, who is literally swept away by a stranger and starts an affair with him. The confession scene in the film is perhaps the most memorable. All the tension in the film has been leading up to this moment, when Connie's husband Edward finally finds out about the affair and kills his wife's lover with a snow globe. In this particular scene, Lane's performance is reliant on not her dialogue, but on her expressions.
I think this is a mistake.
There's no such thing as a mistake. There's what you do and what you don't do.
And there you have it, the top 10 Diane Lane movies of all time. Whether you're a longtime fan of hers or just discovering her work, these films are a great place to start. Let us know in the comments which Diane Lane movie is your favorite. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.